It's time to start the show. Yeah, it's time to start the show. Off the top rope, 4-figure leg lock. Ric Flair with the chest chop. Haters wonder why I never tap out. A young king like DeMarcus. Undertaker with a coffin. Choke slam so often. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, the boy keep flossing. Man, the boy keep talking. I'm with David. Something to say. And I got something to say. And I got something to say. Let's start the show.
Wrestling with Things coming at you for another week, and there's a lot of hot topics out there. Feel free to like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Things, and don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things, and follow me on Twitter at DavidJoseph95 for all sorts of video content. We are everywhere, so there is no excuses why you can't find us. Speaking of being everywhere, it seems like another guy that is everywhere lately. Sammy is the owner and the CEO of the Big Baller brand, Lavar Ball, who definitely seems to have his hands on everything, for better or worse. And for those who don't know much about Lavar Ball, here his son is, who balled out at UCLA. He's the number 2 overall draft pick to the Los Angeles Lakers, and Lavar Ball literally spoke it into existence. He predicted that Lonzo would get drafted by the Lakers before he even knew that they had the 2nd overall pick. Yeah. And he has Lonzo coming in with his own brand, which a lot of people feel is ridiculously overpriced. And some think it's a smart way to market himself and his family. Others think it's a distraction, Sammy. But I want to get your thoughts on this controversial segment that he had on Miz TV on Monday Night Raw. What are your thoughts, and do you think Lavar Ball would make a good future guest in the future?
It's a tough predicament, because I know the WWE loves to put examples out there, and I know when a bad example like that is using the N-word, I know that's something that's just so frowned upon, not just with the WWE, but with global companies, period. So, in my case, they did exile Hulk Hogan from the WWE for using that N-word, but now a black guy has used it. So I'm guessing they're going to have to do the same structure. They're going to have to keep their distance from him, apologize, send good messages out there, just so that, nothing like this could ever occur again.
Listen, you're absolutely right about the Hulk Hogan situation, and even when Hulk Hogan got, kind of blacklisted from the WWE in some ways, I think, one, there's room for him to come back at some point in the future, and 2, I think it's just that they just wanted to just make an example and show that we would do this to even someone the stature of Hulk Hogan, and that nobody is bigger than the company. But I think we gotta, not read too much into it. Yes, and I don't want anybody to twist what I'm saying or get it twisted. It was completely irresponsible of his son LaMelo to say that on live television, knowing that it's a live audience that primarily wants to be family friendly. We get that, we understand that, but when you look deeper into this, I know for a fact that this is going to turn into, it's Lavar Ball's fault because he acts a fool and he's a distraction, and they're going to try to blame it on him. But literally, when you get down to the meat and potatoes of the situation, it was his youngest son who was acting a little, out there. He's in the live setting. He's probably not really used to being in a live setting like WWE, and this a live microphone in front of his mouth. In the moment, he's going to think, I could scream out what I scream out on the streets, or I could scream out what I scream out with my friends. I am not justifying his actions, but it's an easy slip-up that could happen to any kid anywhere. It is true. And I don't think it should be held against Lavar Ball, because other than that, it was good television. I don't care what anybody says. I was entertained. And this guy, when you put a microphone in front of Lavar Ball's mouth, he knows better to stay within the lines. He might say some things that catch flat and you might not like it, but he won't say the N-word and he won't cross the real lines, and I don't think he should be penalized for this.
It is true, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that the WWE, before those guys went out there to perform, I'm pretty sure the WWE gave them guidelines, you know, no cursing.
Probably to some degree,
no
yeah.
over the top, you know, racial type, you know, things. But at the same time, I feel like that within those guidelines, and then you go and scream it out, you know, I just don't think the WWE is going to approve of somebody coming 2 times.
I think, I don't know, it's tough. I definitely see where you're coming from, but man, again, he's perfect. He's a perfect fit in that environment, and I really think that he is must-see TV, and he's not going anywhere. He's going to continue to be on TV screens. His celebrity is only going to grow from now. I mean, maybe he will come back in a future appearance, maybe not, but I'm hoping so. I'm hoping he's not held, this is not held against him to such a large degree, because it wasn't him who made the mistake, and number 2, the person who made the mistake, it's not that far-fetched. It's not that surprising to me. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's not that surprising because that's how a lot of primarily African-American kids speak around their friends, and he's a kid. You know, that was a situation that you almost couldn't control. He slipped up.
It is true, and at the end of the day, the guy, he, at the end of the day, the son is not really, you know, NBA talent yet. He's not even in college yet, so I really don't think it will hold that much weight. Only because of the fact that he hasn't really made it big time yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it came from Lonzo,
then it would have been
probably a little different.
Yeah.
So honestly, I just think, you know, leave the kid off and bring LaVar, but at the same time, you know, they do have to make that example.
Absolutely, but I would love to see LaVar Ball back, maybe at a SummerSlam or maybe at a WrestleMania, or next time they're in LA and it's a big time show. And if you want to see LaVar Ball, or if you think he should never be on your TV set, feel free to let us know in the comment section. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things. Like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Things. Thank you.